Welcome to the Employee Motivation Workshop. 1. Getting started. Employee motivation is becoming ever more important in the workplace as time goes on, and everyone agrees that a motivated workforce is far more likely to be a successful workforce. The happier and more professional that an employee is, the better the results they will deliver for you. Of course, every employer wants to make sure that they have a workforce who will do their best. But this does not simply mean making the job seem easy for their employees. In fact, part of the problem regarding motivation is that where the job is not taken seriously, employees become unconcerned. This creates a challenge for all employers and management in delivering the right balance between a confident, motivated workforce and a workforce that is driven to attain goals. It can be described as a mix of encouraging quality and reducing fear of failure, to create a professional but comfortable working environment. Regardless of how it is characterized, it's important to get this right balance in order to ensure that you have a productive workforce. This course is designed to show you how to get the best out of a confident, motivated set of employees, and to help you understand how to motivate that group. Course objectives. This course will focus on defining motivation, an employer's role in it, and how the employee can play a part. Identifying the importance of employee motivation. Identifying methods of employee motivation. Describing the theories which pertain to employee motivation, with particular reference to psychology. Identifying personality types and how they fit into a plan for employee motivation. The importance of setting clear and defined goals. Identifying specific issues in the field and addressing these issues. Maintaining these going forward. So, let's jump right in and get started. Two, a psychological approach. Psychology is essential in achieving and maintaining employee motivation. A message can be repeated over and over to a group of employees, but unless they believe in it, the words can seem empty. The following are some of the key psychological theories which aid employers in their goal of producing a motivated workforce. Let's take a moment to discuss each. Herzberg's theory of motivation. Frederick Irving Herzberg, April 18, 1923 to January 19, 2000. Born in Massachusetts, Herzberg was an American psychologist who became one of the most influential names in business management. He is most famous for introducing job enrichment and the motivator hygiene theory. His 1968 publication, One More Time, How Do You Motivate Employees, had sold 1.2 million reprints by 1987 and was the most requested article from the Harvard Business Review. Herzberg proposed the motivation hygiene theory, also known as the two-factor theory of job satisfaction. His theory is that employees are motivated by the employee's level of both satisfaction and dissatisfaction, and that, importantly, these two elements are often independent of one another. That is to say that although an employee can be satisfied by the elements of their job which are intrinsic to the job itself, such as achievement and recognition in doing the job, at the same time, they can be dissatisfied by the secondary factors of the work, such as pay, benefits, job security, and relationships with coworkers. Elements that are done because they are essential to the position were considered the motivation part of his theory. These things are done because they have to be done. Therefore, the employee is motivated to carry them out. In doing work which demands that a worker rise to and meet a challenge, the worker becomes satisfied. The hygiene element, rather than a reference to personal hygiene and cleanliness, as one might assume, is actually a reference to the upkeep of personal determination. These are things that need to be constantly maintained but are not intrinsic to the job. That is, they are often only noticed once they become lacking. Herzberg's assertion was that satisfaction and dissatisfaction were not mutually exclusive. Lack of job satisfaction does not necessarily lead to dissatisfaction, and having no dissatisfaction is not necessarily creating satisfaction. In terms of motivating employees, this means that it is important to encourage satisfaction on the one hand and avoid dissatisfaction on the other. Think about yourself. List factors that motivate you, and then list factors that may lead to dissatisfaction in your work. Click Continue when you are ready to move forward.